Hey everyone and welcome. I am Stephanie, in case you're new to my channel, and I'm an eBay reseller, have been doing that for many years. And I do different kinds of videos. I do unboxings of ThredUP, many different kind of ThredUP boxes, and I'm starting to do some other boxes as well. I also do haul videos. I get items from many different places, thrift stores, estate sales, auctions, many different places. But today I am doing a what sold on eBay. eBay is the only channel that I sell on. I'm part-time. I know some people sell on more than one. I just have the time to do one. I don't have time to do more than that. And I love eBay anyway. They have everything I need. So, and I don't mind doing the shipping. If anybody ever wants me to do a video about shipping and how that works, because that's usually an item, something about eBay people hate is the shipping, but I don't hate it at all. It's actually pretty gosh darn easy, so I could do a video about that. All right, let's move on to what has sold. It's been way too long. It's taken me way too long. Oh, I wanted to say thank you to my friend Cher, who's also a reseller out here. Sherry, you know what? I'm not sure how she pronounces her name, but Single Mom Review is the name of her channel. She sold me this. She got this in a box, and I immediately said, oh my God, I have to have that. It's so beautiful. It's a Tory Birch watch. I love Tory Birch. Just about anything Tory Birch I love. And she sold me this, and I absolutely love it. It works perfectly. It's beautiful, and I adore it. So she does a lot of unboxing videos. She's part of the collabs that I do, and she's great. She has a really great style. She's fun and lively. And so please have a look at her channel and subscribe to her channel as well. All right, moving on to what is new. And the first thing is this pair of Badgley Mischka. They're kind of beige pumps. These sold for $34. It took them about a month to sell. And I got these in a ThredUP DIY designer box. Shoes can be a little bit tricky to sell. Badgley Mischka shoes are great to sell. They eventually will sell for a decent amount usually, but not near what they get new. You know, some of their shoes are $200 new. Anyway, $34 I thought was decent. They had a little bit of wear on them, and they sold within a month, so that wasn't too bad. Number two is this Olgas Christina vintage nightgown. When you're in thrift stores and, you know, whether it's a thrift store or whatever it is, make sure you always look at the nightgowns and see if you can find any vintage nightgowns with this brand name and some other brand names. They don't make them like this anymore, and there are just people who collect them and people who wear them and want them. And so it was a beautiful nightgown. It was so pretty. It was lace on top, and I got it for a song. I got it at a thrift store in California. It took 2 to 3 months to sell, and it sold for $35, which I thought was pretty good. Moving on to number 3 is this SKIMS high-waisted brief, size 4XL, 5XL. This was new. It came to me in a fun box. It came to me in, it was in the fun box collaboration. It was only a few weeks ago we did that. And so this sold for $16. My cost on it was, you know, quite a bit less than that. So this took a couple of weeks to sell. SKIMS is the brand by Kim Kardashian, and it is a very popular brand. I mean, I don't personally shop there, but I know my niece for Christmas wanted something from there, and it wasn't even close to $16. It was way more. So, I mean, I'm just saying someone got a good deal there. So, if you do see SKIMS, have a second look at it, do a little research on it, and see if you need to pick that up. All right, number 4 is this We the Free brown tank top. This is a kind of a boho looking. It has raw edges. I wish it had been in my size, but I found this at a thrift store near me in Minnesota. And by the way, for anyone who might not know this, We the Free is a brand name that is part of Free People. It's a Free People brand name. It's one of their sub-brands. And it's expensive. It's expensive to buy. And so I got this at a thrift store. It took 3 months to sell. It sold for $23.99, which was pretty decent, I thought. But if you do see We the Free, make sure you pick it up. It's usually kind of oversized, kind of gauzy, neutral tones. That's kind of what that brand has. I love their items. All right, number 5 is these Louboutin colorful high-heeled shoes. These came to me in a DIY designer box, and they're beautiful shoes. They've already been returned twice for sizing. So I just wanted to make a note about sizing. They were a size, well, whatever size they were. Now I can't even remember. I don't have it written down in my notes here, but whatever size, whenever people say, oh, it's a Euro 38, that's a size 8. No, it's not. It's definitely not, especially with Louboutin. It really depends by the manufacturer, and it depends on that. So Louboutins run a bit small, and so the third time I've listed it, and this is the third time they've sold, I did say, hey, make sure this size in Louboutins fits you, because it runs small. So they sold for $120, which for a used pair of shoes was pretty good. Number 6 is this Theory, which is a high-end brand, very high-end luxury brand. Theory white long sleeve blouse. It was brand new with tags, and I bought it at a thrift store in Florida, in Naples, Florida, actually. And it sold for $63, and it took a couple, 2 to 3 months to sell. Now this is an item I could send into the RealReal, but if it's sold for under $100, you only get 20% of that. So the most I could have got would be $20. I actually paid more than $20 for it, so that wouldn't be worth it. So I sold it myself on eBay, and it sold, and the customer seems happy with it, so that's good. Number 7, a brand new with tags, Viola Castellani red shoulder bag. I got this from TJMaxx. It's brand new. It was brand new. I bought it at my gift that keeps on giving, that TJMaxx end of year yellow tag clearance. I just every single week sell stuff that I bought at that end of year clearance sale, and I got everything for ridiculously low prices. So this is, like I said, it took a lot of time and effort to get all that stuff. I still don't have all of it listed, by the way, but I'm almost done listing it. But it's the gift that keeps on giving year round. So, okay, next is, oh, by the way, I wanted to mention Viola Castellani. I really don't know that brand name, but it sells well. It's really good quality, made in Italy items, and they're beautiful items. I don't know, and maybe if someone does know, please leave a note here. If that is a TJMaxx brand, or if that's a brand that is sold elsewhere and in TJMaxx, I could not find anything when I was researching it. So, number 8 is this Hutch brand jumpsuit. It's a stretch jumpsuit. It was my own jumpsuit. I bought at Anthropologie. There were certain parts of it I didn't like the way it looked on me, and so I did wear it a few times, and it was really cute, but I decided to sell it, and I think I got about what I paid for it. So it took a month to sell. It sold for $35. I had gotten it on clearance at Anthropologie, so good deal. Hutch is a very good high-end brand name, by the way. You can find it at higher-end stores. Everything I've gotten by that brand is nice. It's a nice item. So moving on to number 9 is Lulu's. This white embroidered dress. It was brand new with tags. I got it at a thrift store in California, and it sold within 2 months for $27. Lulu's is a junior's brand name, and so it does run small, just so you know. But it usually sells for a decent amount. It took a little bit while to sell, but it did eventually sell. So they have really cute and trendy items on their website. Number 10 is this pair of Todd's leather women's patent shoes, like loafer shoes. These came in a DIY designer box. They were quite misshapen. I don't know if misshapen is the word, but they had, there was a lot of wear in the front of the shoe. It took them 2 months to sell, and they sold for $38.40. Todd's is a great luxury brand name. It's high end. It's all the leather that they use is just gorgeous. So, but this didn't go for as much because it did have quite a bit of, misshaping at the front. So, number 11 is this Brahmin vintage leather handbag that I got at a California thrift store. And it was in really good condition. Especially, I brought it home, conditioned it, cleaned it, and it sold for $38. It took a couple months to sell. I really didn't know how vintage Brahmin would sell, but it did really well. So, number 12 is this Ralph Lauren men's khaki pants, size 40 by 32. It's not your average size. It's a little bit, I believe 40 is a little bit bigger for men's sizing, so that's great. I love finding things that are different than the norm. Got another gift that keeps on giving, TJMaxx yellow tag clearance. They sold for $31, and it took about 3 months to sell. Number 13, Burberry silk shorts. I got these in a DIY designer box. Unfortunately, they were part of a set, and so they took a while to sell. And they were not selling and not selling, and they were out there for a few months. And someone offered me 20, and I took the offer. I know some of you are going to say, "Well, you didn't sell them for high enough." Well, I really don't think that's true, but you know, maybe you're right. But I was happy getting 20, so there we go. Moving on to number 14 is this pair of Jack Rogers block heel. They've got a wood block heel with gold leather on them shoes. They're sandals, slide sandals. Got them in a thrift store in California. Took a couple months for them to sell, and they sold for $39. These shoes at retail cost about $150 new. Jack Rogers does have a really specific look. It's that kind of leather, kind of woven medallion kind of look. Almost all the shoes are kind of a little bit like that. And it's a good brand. It almost always will sell. Definitely be on the lookout for Jack Rogers brand shoes. They sell, and they sell for good money. Number 15 is this pair of Maison Margiela beige sneakers. They were brand new. They came in a men's designer box, and these sold for $100 within 1 week. I was pretty happy with that. Nice thing about these shoes is that they did certain brands of shoes and types of shoes are eligible to be in the authenticity program by eBay, and these were eligible for that. So I had to ship the shoes to an authenticator, and that authenticator then authenticated them and sent them on to the customer. So that was great because you know, authenticating them yourself costs money, and by having eBay do it, you know, I don't have to pay for it, and there we go. That's wonderful. And the customer knows they're legit. So number 16 is this brand new with tags Wild Wild West brand leather bag. I had really never heard of this brand name before, but it was at TJMaxx yellow tag clearance. That's where it came from. It was a very nice purse. The leather was beautiful. And it did take 2 to 3 months to sell, but it sold for $35, which I was really happy with. Number 17, another Viola Castellani bag. This one is a leather belt bag in yellow. Belt bags are still popular. It's been a while, but they're still popular. We used to call them something else when I was younger. We called them, I can't even think of what they're called. I can't remember what we called them. Fanny packs. Anyway, this took 2 to 3 months to sell, and it sold for $55. Pretty happy with that. Number 18 is a pair of Spanx, new with tags leggings, yellow tag clearance sale. I talked about these in my last eBay video, so I won't go into this again, but Spanx, leather looking leggings are great, so pick them up if you can. Number 19 is this Najidi handbag. This bag came to me during the Fun Box collaboration I did with a wonderful group of women. And so it came in a fun box. So the price was pretty low, and it did sell within a week, actually. It sold for $97. Unfortunately, the customer is returning it. So that happens. Sometimes I do accept returns. So as a reseller, you just, you know, unless you don't accept returns, that's a whole another set of problems if you don't. But maybe I can get into that another time. But anyway, and we're getting to the end here. We're on to number 20, which is this Hello Kitty Advent Calendar. That is a TJMaxx yellow tag clearance. It was so cute. I was surprised it took 2 to 3 months to sell. I was surprised it took that long. It was really, really cute, and people love Hello Kitty. You probably know Hello Kitty is just about anything Hello Kitty will sell. So got $25 for that. Like I said, 2 to 3 months to sell. And last but not least, why not end this video with a Tory Birch item? The last thing that sold was a Tory Birch pink leather card holder. This came to me as an accessory in the name brand handbag box. Boy, that is a mouthful. And it took kind of a long time to sell. It took about 3 months to sell, and it sold for $23. It was a really small little card holder, and it was in okay shape, but it did have some damage to it, so I thought the $23 was okay. So there you have what has sold on eBay. I would love to hear your comments on what sold, or just any comments at all. And if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day.